Today I have only one red flag, and that is laziness. The Bible in Proverbs 12:24 says, diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. Proverbs 13:4, the soul of the lazy man desires and has nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made rich. Proverbs 19:15, laziness brings on deep sleep, and the shiftless go hungry. Ecclesiastes 10:18, because of laziness, the building decays, and through idleness of hands, the house leaks. Proverbs 6:6, go to the ant, you sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. So if the Bible has all these verses about laziness, what does that tell you? If you hitch yourself to a lazy person, prepare to be the horse. You are going to pull that relationship. You are going to carry the relationship. You are going to be the provider. You are going to be the supplier. You are going to be their everything. Someone who has no goals. You ask someone, so what's your goal in the next 5 years? And they're like, I'm just chilling. I don't deal with such stuff. I just take life as it comes. Are you also that kind of person? If you're not, clearly that's not for you. What do they spend their day doing? They're chilling, smoking weed, watching video games or playing video games. Does he make money from it? If he does, because there are people who make money from video games, that's different. But if he's not making money from video games, but he spends his whole day playing video games, half the time he's chilling with friends. They're drinking, they're chilling. If he's not at home lying down, when you find him lying down or her lying down, you're like, why are you sleeping? I'm tired. What did you do the whole day? Man, you like pressuring me. Then when it comes to jobs, so have you thought of looking for a job or something? Man, it's so hard out there. It's always excuse after excuse after excuse in different areas. They have no goal, they have no vision, they have no ambition. They are just wanting to be taken care of. They want you to be their mother, or in the opposite way, they want you to be their father, because you can still be a stay-home mom and have goals. You can have goals for your children. You can have goals for how you want them to behave, which schools you want them to go to, goals for yourself, weight loss goals, maybe having a side hustle that you can do at home. Being a stay-home mom doesn't mean that you are lazy. No, don't get it wrong. Raising children is hard work. It is a lot of work. So you can still be a stay-home mom and you are not lazy. I really know that, because I have been a stay-home mom. And you find that you have to iron clothes, plan for the next school day, make sure the kids are attended to, put them to sleep. They're screaming left, right, and like there's so much for you as a stay-home mom to do. So I'm not saying stay-home moms are lazy. No, but laziness is not even about being a stay-home mom. It's just a characteristic someone has. They just want to do nothing. You will struggle in that relationship. Don't do it. End it as soon as you find you're carrying the whole burden. It's not for you. Unless you, of course, like to be the one to take care of people and be their savior, then go ahead. But that never works for long. Don't do it. Later. So yesterday someone gave me a comment on laziness, and they said that sometimes we are forced to do things we don't like. That's why it seems like we are lazy. But the truth is, no one is lazy. Now, coming from someone, and I'm speaking of myself, who has been misaligned almost my whole life, I will tell you I have done so many things. I have collected and I've done recycling, collecting plastic bottles. I have baked cakes. I have done bouquets. I have done farming. I have worked an office job. I have done goats. I have, like, the list is endless. Now, if you're going to say the reason why people think I'm lazy is because I am misaligned and I'm being forced to do what I don't like doing, who is supposed to find what you like doing? Who should find for you what you enjoy doing? Is there a place you go and they say, you know what, I think you like doing this, here you go, do this instead, and now your life is better? Unfortunately, life is not like that. And I know firsthand. I've done things I shouldn't have even been doing. With the level of education I have done things people who have no education are doing. And guess what? I didn't care about that because in that moment, there were things I was looking at. Number one, I have to learn something. Number two, I need to earn something. Number three, I'd rather be doing something than doing nothing. So if you want to claim that the reason why people are considered lazy is because they are misaligned, then I would say try as much as you can to do as many different things as possible so that one day you will reach a point and be like, you know what? This feels right for me. This is my alignment. But for you to be like, people think I'm lazy because I am misaligned. My dear, the fact is no one gives a damn. No one cares about you. No one is bringing you your passion. No one's bringing you your purpose. All that you have to figure out on your own. Unless you're those lucky kids who, from the time you are young, you're singing or you're dancing and you do that your whole life, like the Ushers, the Chris Browns, the Beyoncés, you know. And unfortunately, the education system we have here doesn't even encourage talents. Our parents do not encourage talents. They think it's a waste of time, but at the end of the day, after you've done your master's, guess what? You look for your talent. That is what ends up feeding you. And for others, they decide to choose a different path. They go the route of work and, you know, sometimes they find their talent in the work they are doing. Other times, some people choose just to work and forget about talent or gifts that they have or even purpose. But the truth is, no one is going to help you figure it out. Even I am still figuring it out. Some people never figure it out. So don't put it in your head. Don't even put excuses. Don't even try to find excuses. My advice to you, like I said, is do as many different things as possible so that one day you will find your alignment. Instead of sitting back and claiming people are forcing you to do things you don't want, and then that's why they are thinking or they may assume you are lazy. That's the only advice I could give you. Try as much as possible. You know, white people, the thing I admire about them is from the time their child is born, and of course here we don't have the resources to do that, but from the time their child is born, they're taking them to soccer practice, they're taking them to music lessons, they're taking them to, like, they try to engage the child in several different talented areas until they find a place where the child is like, this is what I'm good at, or the child is like, Mom, Dad, this is what I want to do, and they pursue that. But here we don't have that option. So it is upon you as a person to do that for yourself at whatever age that is. And don't look at things, at jobs like, they're not paying me enough, I can't be there. When you are just a beginner or when you are unemployed, your choices are limited. I am speaking from experience. I had a master's, I still have a master's, I have an MBA, and I can tell you I have never gotten to actually practice that master's in a job. But I have done several businesses. Several failed, And that is part of life. Failing is part of life. The more you fail, the more you learn. But if you're like, now if I do it, I put in my money, I lose. Sometimes that's what it is. You will lose money. You will lose the time. But better you're using that time to do something than to do nothing. That is me, the way I look at things. Some jobs are just there for you to learn, others there for you to network, others for you to get paid, others for you to figure out if this is the path you want or not. In fact, I would encourage anyone who wants to be, let's say you want to be a CEO, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a nurse. If you can intern for free in those areas, after that, decide if that is what you really want to do. Because sometimes we daydream about how good a certain profession is, and then you get there and you hate it, and then you start trying to figure out, there's something else I want, there's something else I feel like I was meant to do, I have a purpose in something else. But still, there is no wasting time. Either way, you've learned something from having that job. Even the job you hate, the job you took on without knowing if you would like it or not, it's all a learning process. It's all a journey. It's all teaching you something. It's all taking you in a different direction. If I hadn't done the things I did, I don't think I would be the person I was. Some of the things I did, some of you may be even having degrees and you're like, how can I pick plastic? How can I rear goats? How can I, do whatever? But I can tell you some of those things taught me a lot. So when you are young, my best advice is explore your talents, explore different job opportunities, explore different fields until you find something that's like, yeah, this is where I want to be. But no one's going to do the exploration for you. I hope that helped.